What's up, dudes? Trey back again here to bring another video. This one's going to be talking about UFC 146. A lot of chaos has happened with this card. We've got confirmation for the second big fight in the card. It's going to be Cain Velasquez versus Antonio Bigfoot Silva. So that's pretty exciting. I'm happy with that matchup. I'm also happy with the Frank Mir against JDS matchup because, I mean, what are you going to do? Alistair Overeem, 14-1, levels of testosterone. Obviously he's on juice. You know, people want to argue, is he on juice? He's not on juice. You can get those levels normally. No, you can't. You just can't. You can't get those kind of levels without taking juice. You just can't do it. So he's off the card. They're not willing to risk it because it would be a big risk at this point for them to try to promote the event, you know, put all their advertising into play and all that stuff when they don't know if the commission is going to let Alistair fight. Most likely Alistair is going to be put on some kind of 6-month or maybe 12-month banned from fighting in, at least in Nevada. So maybe in other places he might be able to fight, that kind of stuff. But I don't think he's supposed to really be fighting at all until that suspension is waived. That being the case, that takes out our number 2 or number 1, depending on how you want to see it, guy. And in his place, you know, we've lost Brock Lesnar recently. We've kind of lost Alistair for 6 to 12 months. Who else do we got? I mean, Josh Barnett and Daniel Cormier are still in Strikeforce. So in order to get a good card going, a good heavyweight card, they've decided to put Mir against JDS, which is a decent fight. JDS should take that. And then we've got this fight, Bigfoot against Cain. I think Bigfoot is the best opponent right now in the UFC for Cain, I think. I think he's right up there, right around that spot where Cain's at, and it should be a really, really good fight. That being said, Daniel Cormier, who is training partner to Cain V, did recently defeat Bigfoot by knocking him out, breaking his hand actually when he did it, just on that huge chin of Bigfoot's, but beat him, you know, beat him cold turkey. So will we see the same thing with Cain? This is a really, really hard fight to do a prediction for. I keep thinking it over in my mind. I keep going back and forth on it, back and forth, because on one hand, Cain is so awesome in terms of his stamina, his cardio, his heart. He never, you know, he almost never quits unless he's totally KO'd like he was against JDS. You know, he can take a lot of punishment. He's got good wrestling. He's got decent stand-up. No, good stand-up. I shouldn't say decent because it is good. And he puts it all together really well. So he's just a really well-rounded mixed martial artist. On the other hand, you have Bigfoot Silva, who's an absolute monster. You know, his wrestling is much improved, and we got to see some of it against Fedor. His boxing is really good, and he's such a huge guy that he's really hard for anybody to knock out. I mean, even like, look at Daniel Cormier. He's able to knock him out, but he breaks his hand for 6 months, you know, and then he's out forever. And it's been like, you know, I don't know how long it's been, like 8 months now, longer, 9, 10 months, something like that, since he's been out after breaking his hand like that. So rehabbing it and all that stuff after that shot to the chin. So, you know, Bigfoot is a monster for anybody to fight. I remember in my mind, for some reason, when I think of Bigfoot, I think of when Fedor had him down and was trying to put him into an ankle lock and had his foot. And Bigfoot just sat there near the end of the round. I think it was the end of the second round. But instead of doing anything to try to, you know, like get out of it, he just sat there and looked at Fedor, and he just kind of like put his face like this and was just like, And I just for some reason just like picture in my mind him saying, that's not going to work. Like, you know, like translation, you know, from Sasquatch to, you know, to human language, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And Fedor is trying to just, you know, Bigfoot, just a monster of a man. Good jiu-jitsu. I mean, he's just a huge guy. He could really beat Cain in this fight, man. I mean, he's hungry. He's coming up. He had some bumps in the road, but he's huge. He's got the advantage over any guy. He's the biggest freaking guy you can imagine, or one of the biggest. If he can take Cain down, he can end this fight. If he can land a good shot, he can end this fight. But the thing is that Cain's got better speed, I think. I think his speed, his combinations are better. I think his wrestling's better. And I just think that in this fight, you know, being that Cain is trained with Daniel Cormier, Cormier is going to be, you know, even though he wasn't in it for too long with Bigfoot, you know, that's going to be valuable to have a training partner that's already fought the guy, who can show you, okay, he likes to do this and this tendencies and this, and when you hit him, you know, kind of don't put all your power, like, you know, just all of that insight, that sort of inside information from the fact that Cormier's already fought him. And I'm sure that Cain could probably do the same thing that Cormier did, just try not to break his hand. So in this fight, I'm going to go with Cain V, just by speed, stamina, toughness, his good wrestling, unwillingness to give up, awesome camp with at AKA there. He should have a good game plan, and I think he should take this fight. That being said, Bigfoot is a big task for anybody to take on. I mean, the percentage, I think I'm going to go 60-40 on this one for Cain. But, Bigfoot could really take this one, too. I mean, if he could land a good shot, if he could take him down, oh, man, he could end this fight really quick. Goonie Google.